it's Pam Heller from AccuQuilt. When I travel, I often hear the request for AccuQuilt to release either a Western or a cowboy themed die. Well, quilters, we've listened and here it is. Let me introduce you to the new Go Western Medley Die. This limited edition die comes in special packaging along with that teal colored tray, and it will only be available for a short time. Since this die is on a 6x12 die board, it will fit through your Go Baby, your Go Me, your Go Big, or even your studio cutter with the appropriate adapter. The Go Western Medley Die includes 3 unique shapes that are difficult to cut by hand, including this cute cowboy boot, a horseshoe, make sure it's always facing up so the luck doesn't drain out, as well as a horse. Think of all of the Western or cowboy themed quilts, baby or kids projects you can make, or just to add a bit of fun to a regular quilt. Quilters, this die is perfect to use up your scraps. Think outside the box when it comes to the different kinds of fabrics you might use. Can you imagine using a thin layer of leather for the boot? How about cuddle fabric for the horse and metallic vinyl for the horseshoe? Saddle up, quilters, because today I'm showing you how to create one of our featured patterns, the Go Western Dance Quilt. You can visit AccuQuilt.com to download the pattern and follow along. Now, this free pattern uses the Go Cube 12-inch and 8-inch mix and match blocks, as well as our Go Star, which has 3 sizes of stars, the 2-inch, 3-inch, and 4-inch, as well as a 2.5-inch strip die. Cutting the shapes you need for this quilt will take you no time at all with your AccuQuilt Go dies and cutter. Now, let's see what you need from the 8-inch cube. You just need 1 shape, die number 2, which is this shape right here, and it finishes to a 2-inch square. Now be sure and pause the video if you need to refer to the pattern. From the Go Cube 12-inch mix and match blocks, you will need 3 shapes. The first is this shape, shape number 1, which is a square. Then you're going to need shape number 2, which is a smaller square, and shape number 5, which are half square triangles. And then finally, from your Go 2.5-inch strip die, you will need to cut these strips of cream and brown. My pieces for the throw quilt are already cut, so let's get to the part we're all here for, cutting with our new limited edition Go Western Medley die. Now, it's so easy to cut these shapes using this die. I'm going to tell you, you want to pre-fuse your scrap fabric. Remember, you add it to the back, iron it down. You have to count that pre-fused fabric as 1.5 layers. So you can have 4 layers of pre-fused cotton. I'm going to just barely cover my shapes. So I have brown for my boot, and gray for my horseshoe, and brown for my horse. All right, let's cut our pieces. Now remember, quilters, I'm using our Go fabric cutter today. You could use your Go Me, your Go Baby, your Go Big, and even your studio cutter with the appropriate adapter. All right, we're gonna give the mat a little bit of love, get rid of that static, slide, don't lift, and now we have cut 3 perfect shapes. Ta-da! Quilters, you will need to cut 4 horses from your brown fabric, and for this pattern you want to make sure the fusible is facing down and the right side of the fabric facing up so that all the horses go in the right direction. Out of your gray fabric, cut 8 horseshoes. Now for the cowboy boots, you're going to need a total of 8 cowboy boots, but you want to have 4 of the fabric facing up and 4 of the fabric facing down. Now with everything cut, we can get to the sewing part. Let's start with the 12-inch block that's repeated throughout this pattern. First, begin by sewing 1 cream to 1 teal 3-inch half square triangle to create 3-inch finished squares. Press the seams open so they lay nice and flat. Repeat until you have 8 half square units. Now you want to sew 2 of the half square units to one another so that the triangles have the same orientation. We'll call this unit A. Repeat until you have 4 A units. Then sew 1 A unit to the right side of one 6-inch cream square. Turn another A unit 180 degrees and sew it to the left side of the same 6-inch square. Press your seams open. Now this is called unit B. Take one of your A units and sew one cream 3-inch finished square to the left side of the A unit and one teal 3-inch finished square to the right side. We will call this unit C. Repeat with the remaining A unit to make sure that the teal square touches the cream triangle. To complete your block, you're going to sew one unit C to the bottom of unit B. Now it's important, quilters, that you make sure that the teal triangle matches the cream square and the teal square matches the cream triangle. All right, I'm going to put them together. Remember, we want to press our seams open. That way we get a nice flat block. You want to take your time to make sure that your seams match up. Bring your patience. And again, I've pressed my seams open because otherwise there is way too much bulk on this block. And now look, ta-da! We have a perfect 12-inch finished block, and it's all ready for your Go Western Medley applique shapes. Now you want to finish sewing the 15 remaining blocks until you have a total of 16 blocks. 6 teal, 4 brown, 4 of our rusty red, and 2 yellow. Apply the applique shapes, paying special attention to the diagram. For example, some horseshoe blocks have 2 horseshoes, and the boots get an addition of a cute little star as a decoration or spurs. Remember, you can embroider your shapes however you want, but remember, the Go Western Medley Die comes with a free embroidery download of 3 different stitches: a blanket stitch, a satin stitch, and a motif stitch. Once the blocks have their finishing touches of applique, add sashing using your 24 2.5-inch strips and 9 red blocks as cornerstones. Layer batting between the quilt top and the backing. Pin or base the layers together and quilt as desired. Add binding and be sure and miter your corners for a nice finished look. And there you have it, the Go Western Dance Throw Quilt featuring the Go Western Medley Die. Now remember, quilters, the Go Western Medley Die only hangs around for a little while, so pick it up before it gallops away. Where can you wrangle up this new die? Of course, from AccuQuilt.com or your local signature retailer. And don't mosey, you'll want to get it before it's gone. I'm Pam Heller from AccuQuilt, helping you cut time so you can quilt more.